Hey guys, it's Eric Silvermoon, aka The Lunar Wolf, and today I want to do an unboxing, and I'm just going to get right into it because I'm so excited to share this with you. But recently I've been strongly guided, I would say, to work with the god Odin. So I decided to purchase a book just to kind of get myself familiar with some of the lore and some of his stories, as a lot of things have been coming up in my life that it's just synchronicities of Odin has been pretty clear that this is the next direction I need to go with. And I love my experience that I work with Carnunos, but I always knew that it wasn't going to be a long-term thing. So I felt like I did get to learn a lot about who I am through Carnunos, and now that we're diving more deeper into my practice, and the goddess Morgan has called me to work more and to work on my craft and making that stronger. I felt that I needed to counterbalance just that strong magical feel and just overall emotional connection that I feel with the goddess Morgan with a different male aspect. And it's, as much of you guys know, it's so hard for me to connect with the masculine role, but lately this connection that I've been feeling with Odin is so strong that I couldn't ignore it. And I was like, you know what, it feels the way that I feel, and I got excited about it the way that I got excited when I first started to work with the Morgan. So I took that as a very a big sign that this is the direction that I need to go with. And since my birthday is next month in August, I'll be 34. I said, you know what, let me treat myself into something that's been in my Amazon list for a while. So I bought a new book called The Runes for Beginners, about the runes, and I've worked with the runes before. If you follow me in my old videos, I had a whole video and some, I don't know, episodes or whatever of working and how to learn to use the runes, and the discussion with the 9 realms and Nordic mythology. And I thought that it's perfect for me to dive back into it, but I wanted to kind of refresh myself since it has been a while, and I kind of forgot some of the meanings behind some of the runes. So I thought it would be interesting to see if some of the meanings still hold truth as they did before, or if they've changed over time for me. So I thought that would be excited. And so the 2 statues that I bought, one is of the goddess Morgan, which I'm about to unbox now. And I don't actually have a goddess Morgan statue, which is, I know it's weird, but the statues that you normally see in my altars, those were one of the early statues that I bought just to have a goddess and god representation in my altar. And those are the ones that I liked as a set, but it's never been the actual goddess Morgan. I do have 3 statues that I did buy during the 30 days of the goddess Morgan, which was the 3 aspects. So I have Maka, Anu, and Bave, but never had one of the Morgan. So I just pulled the trigger, and I was like, you know what, this is my year, my birthday. I've been really working a lot in my practice, and I'm gonna treat myself. So I got this goddess Morgan statue, which is just beautiful. It had some great energy, and I'm just so glad to add it to my collection and have that representation for her. And I'm surprised that I haven't had one since I've been working with her for so many years. But it was time, and it just felt really nice, and everything kind of just balanced out really well. And to be 100% honest with you guys, I cannot even describe how much this goddess means to me, and the overall work that I've done with the goddess is just, when I think about it, I get so emotional about it because it's just been such a journey, and I've learned so much about myself, and what I'm capable of, and she has helped me change my story on who I used to be and who I am and who I will be. So I've definitely got that strength and courage from her, and from her teachings and the lessons. And I haven't felt this way about any other god or deity that I've been working with. I've been excited, of course, like I mentioned, to work with Carnunos because it was just interesting to work with a different male deity. But like I mentioned earlier, I knew that it wasn't going to be a long term because I didn't feel that strong connection. But this statue is just, it's gorgeous. And I do see that she almost has like a little bit of like a I don't know what they call the torque around her neck, and it kind of made me feel very warm inside, kind of just paying tribute to Carnunos, that even though, yes, I'm choosing to go a different direction, the statue has that element of him, as kind of remembering that journey we had. And so I thought that was really great. But like I mentioned earlier, actually with Odin, and this in my gut feeling that this is the right direction for me. I feel like there's a lot of teachings, and like I mentioned, I haven't had that excitement for a deity in such a really long time. And it came with the statue of Odin came with this little booklet. It's kind of cute. It has Odin and a little bit of like a little blurb about him. It's not very informative, but it was interesting just to see it. So I was like, it's cute. And as I'm kind of researching a little bit more on Odin, and before I even bought these statues, I was kind of just seeing if this is actually the right direction. I was reading a lot of the different lores and things about Odin, and there's so many different similarities between him and the Morgan that I found very comforting. And it was just kind of nice to get that validation that this is a very good pairing, because they do have those similar qualities. Even though Odin is seen as like a fertility god because of the amount of children that he's fathered, but the aspect of using the ravens in his magic, and then there's also the wolf element on this statue, and he does have these two wolves that are his totem animals, and everything just seemed to work really well. And the really interesting thing that I kind of seal the deal here is that Odin is seen as kind of taboo, because he's chosen to be a magician, to work with magic, and that was seen in the Nordic mythology as something only a woman is something that they do. Men are supposed to only be battle. What's the word I want to use? Like, they're only supposed to be fighting and doing that kind of stuff. So having a male work with magic, it seemed to be very taboo. So I always like that he has that kind of feminine qualities that kind of help me with myself as being a male wanting to work with magic, and magic is seen to be a feminine thing in this society. So having a God representation that not only sacrificed so much of himself to be able to learn magic, to be able to do the things that he needed to do to pursue his passions and belief against what was normal, is huge for where I am currently in my life, because I also feel that I've sacrificed a lot to be able to do what I do, and to know what I know, and to seek further knowledge. So it's a fucking perfect pairing at this time for me. All right, you guys, thank you so much for joining me during this unboxing. I hope you liked this video. I'm super excited to get to work with the god Odin on a more one-on-one basis. I'm really excited to kind of just dive into the folklore again and revisit some of my Nordic studies like I used to do back in the day. I even posted a little thing on my story on Instagram of when I was talking about how to use runes in your magical practice. I still have the cloth that I made back in the day that had the 9 realms and how to work with the 9 realms when it comes to runes. So I'm interested to kind of dive back into that and see if I still feel the same way that I did before, or if I need to change and tweak some things, as like I mentioned earlier, that now that I'm getting a little bit older and wiser, and my magic and my practice has evolved in such a different way that it's good to kind of go back and see if things still resonate with you, if you need to change things up or leave things behind and pick something new. And so it's just been great, and it's been such a weird experience because, like I mentioned earlier, I haven't had this kind of an excitement to work with a deity since the goddess Morgan, and that developed into such a huge relationship that I don't know what I would do or who I would be without her. So I'm excited to have that kind of connection, hopefully, with Odin and dive into those energies. So I'm super excited. But thank you guys so much for watching this. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm hoping to post a little bit more often. My schedule right now with work is a little bit on the busy side. So I'm hoping to have some free time to actually do a little bit more of YouTube work. Lately I've been diving more into my art, which thank you guys so much for all your love and support with that. It's been really nice diving more into my art. If it is something where you like to see more of the art videos like I used to post on this channel, comment below, let me know if that's something you want to post. If it's something where you guys have requests, if there's something specific you guys want me to dive into or talk to, let me know as well. I know right now I'm kind of going through the journey of connecting with more of the male aspects, male deities, and working and discovering more about who I am as a male witch. And again, more specifically, a gay male witch, and finding out what my roles are and what that means for me. But if there is something that there's things that you've been tackling with, I might possibly have experience in, might be able to do a video. So please feel free to comment and let me know. And I guess always, thank you so much for all your love and support. This really does mean a lot to me. So thank you guys so much. Blessed be.